morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Amish. How are you today? It's been a long night. The girl, she decided she wanted to wake me up at 20 after 3, and I haven't been back to bed since. I couldn't go back to sleep. I laid there and laid there and laid there for an hour and 15 minutes and still couldn't get back to bed. So I got up, come out here, and found out why the ring camera wasn't working. Um, I had to go back into the settings and reset up the whole damn thing again. Yeah, go for it. It's working now, though. On. See? By the little blue light, it's working now. I gotta put it back out there, but ring a ding. Uh, don't get excited, just rubbing the knee. And the other one. I don't know what it is here. Um, 38 degrees, it says. No, don't rub it too long. You're playing with it. No. Nope, the girls are here. 43 degrees down south. Well, you know you are down south.
Hi, Papa.
All right. Make sure you're not as old. Come on, pumpkin. Get up here. They don't care about you. Come on. Come on. Get up here.
What do you do to the dining room? What do you do to the dining room? I said, what do you do at the dining room?
We're switching it around.
What the?
Hmm. 69 in Oklahoma, in Paradise. Well, now that's 31 degrees warmer than it is here. That's t-shirt weather. Well, 38 degrees is t-shirt weather here. I didn't see anything about it. Are you talking about the salsa club? Well, I haven't seen it. Got 100 of them? Yeah. Kevin? Good morning, gorgeous. I didn't know if you was gonna get up or not. You were sleeping pretty good this morning when I got up. Huh? Well, she got me up at 20 after 3 this morning and would not leave me alone.
Yeah, she would.
And I couldn't get back to bed. I lay there for about an hour and 15 minutes and I got up just on this.
Well, don't use that excuse today.
Huh?
You got work to do today.
I know. I know. Well, that's nice. Several hundred in Florida? Well, you know what? They say to self-deport, and then you'll be able to come back into the country legally. Um, I've always wanted to go to Greece. I should say that I'm an illegal alien from Greece, and I would like to self-deport, but I can't afford to go back home. Could you please transport me? El Salvador Airlines, that's right. Good morning, Arizona. Nice to see you. I guess I'm here. How are you? Yeah, it was mama. I'm glad. What's on the agenda? Oh, not much. We're doing I don't know, you might want to call it spring cleaning or whatever. Um, Went through all the closets upstairs, got rid of a bunch of stuff that we haven't used or seen since we moved here. So, been cleaning out the garage. I cleaned out part of the basement the other day. I can actually walk all the way around almost to the other, on the other side. I can walk all the way around on the other side in the garage. That's a plus. Yeah, I found some stuff that I forgot I had. Not that I didn't forget that I had it, I just didn't know where it was. We found some old coins and um, some other stuff. Found a lighter that my dad had. It was a Zippo. It said Adrian Rack on it. That's what he worked for. It was in a box full of stuff. Everything that we took out of the closets, I went through and made sure there was nothing in there that was, sentimental or worth anything, and then got rid of it. Yeah, it was neat. All the clothes that we got rid of that was in the closets, we it, took them to the Salvation Army. Clark, yeah, like Chevy Chase and Eddie, yeah, yeah. Oh, all teary eyed, yeah, yeah, yeah. I went through my dresser the other day, and I don't know, probably about 10 or 12 shirts that I've probably never ever even worn that's been in my dresser, so I took them all out. I'm not a, I kept a couple of dress shirts, but I'm not a dress shirt guy or, you know, so I got rid of most of my dress clothes. That's right. Well, I got a couple of them there. I had one that had a big hole in the front of it, and I used to wear that all the time. A shirt. She said, "Why do you wear that rag?" I said, "It's just now getting comfortable." It just broke in. That's right. Yeah, it got so thin you could almost see through it. And it was a gray T-shirt or bluish gray or something like that. The waistband is left. Yeah, that way people think you got some skivvies on underneath there. I did pitch all my I pitched all my underwear. I did not send that to the Salvation Army, but because I just bought 12 pairs of brand new underwear the other 2 months ago, so I threw all the old underwear away. Yeah, it ain't so elastic. It's already been stretched to the neck. Um, well, I give my son about, I don't know, 10 pairs of brand new socks uh, that were still packaged. Um, I got a pair of dress socks, and then I got a pair of heavy wool socks, and then I got like 10 pairs of them compression socks. So, oh, I've saw them in there too. That's where I draw the line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got about, I don't know, 8 or 9 knives in my top drawer of the dresser, along with the socks and my underwear. It's half price. Yeah. Just flip them inside out. That way the brown stains on the outside. Yellow in the front, brown in the back. Yeah. No, I don't even have a pair of white skivvies. Yeah, rotate them, rotate tires. Yeah. Um, the majority of mine are, black, dark blue, um, and green. They're sticky. How do you know? Well, I threw it to the wall and it stuck. Get more, yeah, you get more mileage, yeah. Well, you can get more mileage out of a used pair of sneakers too, or a cheap pair of sneakers. Hmm. That's right. Well, turn them inside out. I did that 2 months ago. You looking for some of this?
No, because you'll lose.
Yeah. Did you say hi to Junkyard?
Hi, Junkyard.
When the girl got me up at 20 after or whatever this morning, um, I thought maybe she was out of kitty food, so well, that's what she's wanting. So I got up, come out here to see if she had kitty food, and she had a full dish. I looked right at her and said, "Why did you wake me up?" She didn't answer. You left her sleeping, that's right. Never wake up grumpy, let him sleep. Because if they sleep until they wake up, then they're only grouchy. They're not grumpy no more. No, I did not. What were they singing? Hopefully about bringing in the, bringing in the illegal aliens. Terrible. They were singing. What were they singing? Terrible. Good morning, Dan. Yeah. And just think, our tax dollars pays for that to happen. They should be inside the building working. No, they're out on the Capitol steps doing that BS. We add a fire law for theft of time. They can do that at a job, so why can't we do it there? We're stealing time at work. I've seen it happen before. I've seen a guy get fired for it. She can sing the Star Spangled Banner, can't she? Yeah, Kathy has to get that real ID. In fact, I gotta go to Myers today and get her plates renewed on her car. Supposed to be done at the 20th, and I forgot about it till yesterday until she said something. Said, "Hey, I gotta have these plates renewed."
I don't know.
What did you call you?
No.
Oh.
Her mouth.
Huh?
Her mouth.
Watch your language.
What?
Watch your language. Now all you gotta do is just take a credit card and the registration. It can be 5 years old, the registration. And you just scan it. And it tells you what you owe on the plate. And you just give them your credit card. You'll click it in the machine and, after they rob you and charge you for the card service, because it's either go there and do it in 5 minutes or sit at the Secretary of State for 4 hours. The first time, that's right. I wanted to make sure you were legal, not illegal, legal. Habla English. What are you talking about? Hell, my driver's license was expired for like 2 years before I realized it was, you know, um, because Kathy did the majority of the driving. I just, I never went nowhere. Or I sat in the passenger seat. But I only do it for 4 years here. And they bend you over every time they do it. Because I guess there's a free rectal exam every time you go to a government building. Ours wasn't. No. What I don't understand, you go someplace, a government building that your taxpaying dollars are paying for. Say you need your marriage license, a copy of it. So you go there and get your marriage license at the registration or whatever office. $18.50. And they don't take cash, they take a credit card, so it costs $3.50 to process that $18.50 purchase. Now you're at $22.50 or $22, excuse me. Yeah, $22. Why do I have to pay to get a copy of my marriage license or my birth certificate or anything like that when my tax dollars is paying your salary already and paying for? I've already paid for the paper, I've paid for the ink, I've paid for everything already. Why do I have to pay for you to give it to me? Because it's a Ponzi scheme. Like they want to do these home inspections when you go to sell them, and they want you to pay for the inspector to come look at it. Well, why should I have to pay for the inspector to come here and look at it when I'm already paying his wages? I'm already paying the city to keep this guy employed. I've bought all the paper. I've paid, for all the ink, all this. Why do I have to pay again? No. And if your house doesn't pass, then you got to fix all the um, things that are wrong on, that the house inspector say is wrong, and you have 2 weeks to do that. Well, if he says your roof is bad and you need a new roof, you ain't getting a roof in 2 weeks. So they can fine you $100 a day after 2 weeks for not getting the work done. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It is, what is today? Monday. Two Shot Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, if you don't fix your house within 2 weeks, it's $100 a day fine. Well, like I said, you can't even get a contractor, let alone, to come give you a bid hardly within 2 weeks, let alone get something fixed in 2 weeks. And then once it's fixed, you got to pay the guy to come back out and re-inspect again. Well, they inspect the rentals here too. And they were telling us at the council meeting that all the rentals in this city were current and up to date. And then one of the council members, the housing or the general manager or with the city administrator, that's who it is, said all the rentals were up to date on the inspections. And then one of the city council members that hated his guts, and I can't blame him for that because I didn't make them either, said, well, that's odd. They're all up to date, huh? He said, they sure are. And he brought out a list. He said, right here's like 1,362 of them that hasn't been inspected in 5 years, according to your paperwork. Yeah. So that was another reason why he was asked to leave. They had one of the guys that he owns like 6 or 7 apartments here, maybe even more than that. He owns a business, a grocery store or party store, and some other stuff. He tried to get a job as the, what do you want to call it? Oh shit, I can't think. Construction, in the construction inspection. For your permits and stuff. What the hell's that called, Kevin? Shit, I can't even think of the name of it. Anyways, he wanted to get that job. Building inspector. That's what it is. Building inspector. He wanted that job because he wanted to be able to pass his buildings without no problem. You're a little late, but I got it. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I bet he's probably got maybe 20 properties total in the city, if not even more. They're not all, commercial rental, but, some of them are commercial. Some of them are just run down houses and stuff like that he buys cheap. He don't never fix them up. He just buys them. So. Well, the reason why they're supposed to inspect them is so when a person rents it, they're not renting a death trap. And we just had 4 big buildings about a month and a half ago, catch on fire. We had a bad windstorm here, and the power lines coming into the end building started sparking. Well, they called the fire department, and then they called the power company, and the power company come out there, and they weren't sparking no more because the wind had died down. And the fire department was there, and the fire department's just 100 yards away. They stayed there for about a half an hour or so and then left. About an hour after they left, they sparked again, and then all of a sudden, them buildings went up. Well, they're 3-story brick buildings, and they're over 100 years old or better. Well, the first one on the end burnt that one completely. The second one took out the top 2 floors, and then the third one was a pool hall, and did a lot of damage to that. It completely gutted the apartment above it, and then another one had a bunch of smoke and water damage where they tried to put them all out. Come to find out, the building at the end was probably only worth about $200,000 or so, and I highly doubt that. Maybe if you sold the bricks, but it was insured for almost $1 million. So that guy's going all the way to the bank, and I can guarantee you, and I brought that up to the city, these buildings will sit here vacant, and nobody's going to do anything with them until the tax money, the property taxes, are on them and they don't pay them no more. And then the city will have to tear them down because it'll be the city's responsibility. You know what's going to happen. You know, and I can't blame the people for doing it either, because if I owned the building, I wouldn't pay the taxes on it either. I just let them take it back. You know, collect my insurance money and go. Because they're going to be into it for another $100,000 to demo it, at least. Just you know, per building. And the buildings they're pretty much connected. They built one right onto another. So when you start tearing down one, you got to be damn careful you don't tear down the next one. Yeah, they had been expected. You're right. Yeah. Now, that wasn't the first time that the fire department had been called out there to them wires. And according to the city, the downtown development, they were supposed to pay, the Downtown Development Authority was supposed to pay to have all the electrical lines in town, in the city, you know, the main 4 squares or whatever you want to call it, downtown. All the electrical lines were supposed to be underground. That's the only one that isn't, I guess. And the Downtown Development Authority was supposed to pay to have that done. And they didn't do it. So basically, the fire is on them to begin with. Or it should be. And I bet that cost would have been astronomical. You know, to bring in the power from the bottom, bring it up. It wouldn't have been cheap, I don't think. There you go. Because of the tariffs? Well, you know. I'll just buy American-made mustard. I'll support the American-made business. I gotta get me a cup of coffee. I'm getting up. Honestly, I am. I know they're going to jack up so they can, you know. But that's capitalism for you. You know how it is. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the government screws everybody. Well, this isn't an advertisement or anything, but I wouldn't buy that whiskey again because that is about junk. Worst tasting stuff I ever had. Yeah, that didn't happen. Where? What ain't work boots? Well, they are, but they're not mine. Hell, I don't know whose they are. They're not mine. I'm glad you're not trying to insinuate they would be mine. Thought you knew me better than that. You don't need work boots to put a rear end in a recliner. I actually think those are either Kathy's or Gretchen's. I thought it was sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. No. Tell you what, man, the arthritis is getting to me. That thumb. Don't ever get old. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you, people. It ain't worth it at all. Probably not, because I bet Joe slept the entire time. What are you doing, Joe? I'm going to bed. It's 4:30 someplace. Uh,
Oh, he froze?
no.
Oh, I'll take it froze. We need to sit there and see.
Mm. Damn. I got this fresh, the hell's it called? Flash Food. I got this Flash Food app on my phone. And they have deals at the store. They have a 7-ounce block of Amish country cheese Limburger. 7 ounces for $3. I'm gonna have to get some of that. And then they have Frederick's Myers cheddar barbecued rubbed 6-ounce cheese for $2. Regularly $5.99. The Amish country is regularly $6.99, and it's good to August 1st of 2025. So yeah. I'll get 3 of them. And 2 of the other, because that's all I could get. Huh. I saved $7.98 on them 3 blocks of cheese. No, any city cheese, no. No farmer's cheese either. All I gotta do is I'll click and pay for it. I gotta go to Myers today anyways, and then when I get there, I just bring my phone with me, show them the app, and they'll go get it for me. Skeeta, good morning. Actually, I saved $19.95. That was that. Kathy likes Limburger. I like Limburger. put some Limburger in your mac and cheese. There you go. I can't. It's a machine. I can pay them cash, but it means I gotta go to the bank and get cash. Well, the bank. I just bought checks. Um, or about a month ago, I guess it was. And they're just regular bank checks. And 60 of them cost me 40 some dollars for 60 checks. I remember when you used to get them at 300 at a time or whatever, and it only cost you $5. Yeah, it won't take cash. Well, see, the machine will take cash. You go right to the store and you just scan your own little registration, and then they ask you how you want to pay, cash or card, and you just start feeding the money into the machine, and it pays it. Good morning, Stephen. Hmm. Yeah. Well, they started doing this about 6, 7 years ago, I guess it was. Um, because you can actually sit at the Secretary of State's for 2 or 3 hours trying to get a license plate. Because what happens is, being that you are a private citizen and a taxpayer and you're going to pay them, doesn't mean jack squat. If a car dealership comes in and they got 30 cars they want to, plate because they just sold them, you're going to the back of the line because that car dealer is going to get his plates and everything done first. Which I think is BS. I think the car lots have to sit right there, just like everybody else, and wait their turn. Get in line. That's right. Uh, Do, 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 do. Um, Also going to put an onion in it. I don't know if I'm going to put potatoes in it yet or not, but this is a crock pot. I got this crock pot on an online auction. I bid 20. I'm going to make green beans and ham. I have to go to the boys' room. I'll be right back. I'm going to use my crock pot. Also going to put an onion in it. I don't know if I'm going to put potatoes in it yet or not, but this is a crock pot. I got this crock pot on an online auction. I bid $20 for a bunch of stuff, and this crock pot was with it, and it was brand new. So I got a good deal on it. I got a bag of ham right here. I got some ham broth. I'm going to pour in a kettle of hot water. Okay. I poured in the ham. Here's some ham broth. And I have some seasoning packets that I'm going to put in here. Sazón Goya. That's pretty good stuff. And then I have 3 packages of soya. This is ham. So I'll put in that so it gives it a richer ham flavor. And then I'll put the green beans in. I'm going to put this crock pot on high for about an hour and a half or so without the green beans in it. Because I want the broth, the ham, and all the seasonings and stuff to meld together. And then I'll put the green beans in there and let it cook. I'm just going to let this cook together. That Sazón, that gives it a red color. But it's a really good ingredient. It really has a good flavor to it. I put it in taco meat, all sorts of stuff. It gives it a real good flavor. I'll lock this down, and then I'll plug it in. There we go. It's on high. I'm going to let it cook for a while, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Get it nice and hot. Then I'll put the beans in. The beans are fresh. They were picked last Tuesday. Kathy cut the ends off them, cleaned them, and then put them in the refrigerator. And I thought we'd better get something done with them. So they are fresh green beans. So we're going to put them in there and cook them up. I said I'm probably going to put an onion or 2 in here. And I don't know about potatoes yet or not, but I'll go down that road when I get there. Everybody, it's time to put the green beans in. It's been cooking for about an hour. I'm going to put the green beans in, put the lid back on. I do have green beans and some sliced onions. I'm going to pour that in there. See the ham in there? soon as I pour that in there, I'm going to turn it on low. I'll probably only cook it for a couple hours and then turn it on warm, and we'll have that for dinner tonight. There it is. Doesn't that look delicious? Sure does. Kathy's shaking her head. She's just thinking it's the absolute best thing in the world.
Nope.
She doesn't want to try it, but I bet you I'll get her to taste it at least. But it looks good. I'm not going to add any salt to it because of all the ham broth and stuff and the seasoning, but I am going to put some pepper in it. I will put some white pepper in it to start. And some black pepper. I'll wait till it cooks for a while, and then I'll try it and see if it needs any salt. But I'm not going to put any salt in it for right now. I'm going to add in some potatoes.
Doesn't that look delicious? Yum, yum. I'll take some.
That was actually very, very tasty. Hey, Gretchen. Did she start your car?
Why?
It's 40 degrees out.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Just start my car.
You don't need to start it.
It's 40 degrees.
Don't start that car right now.
It's warm out there though.
Yeah, okay. It was 38 when I woke up this
I
morning.
cannot do all the rest of it.
That's when you woke up.
You made me phone. No, you're leaving tomorrow. I'm not subscribed.
Anyways, tonight for dinner, I don't know what we're having. She had me take out hamburger. So I don't know, we might have something with hamburger. Or I took out some thin pork chops or whatever you want to call them. And if I make those, I will pan fry them, salt and pepper, pull them out, throw a couple of cans of mushroom soup in there and some French onion soup into that pan. Scrape up the,
Come on.
all the brownings off the bottom, and then
It's 7:30.
add some mushrooms to it, throw the pork chops back in it, put a aluminum foil on it, and throw it in the oven.
Anyway, sure.
I made it a couple of weeks ago and it was pretty tasty. What do you want, a fat lip or a black eye? Don't you threaten me, lady. No. Oh, by the way, Junkyard did say hi, Gretchen.
Hi, Junkyard.
Yeah, you want to play?
Hi, Junkyard.
Harley said hi, Junkyard.
after she just said he never does.
It's actually turning out to be a nice looking day out. I don't no temperature wise. Let's see. Junkyard said hi, Harley.
You ain't having one. You got beef.
Oh.
Straight up.
Beautiful day. Steve said hi, Harley.
What?
Steve said hi, Harley. Junkyard said hi, Harley. Morning, Rennie.
Did you hear me?
No, that's why I was saying what.
He said, beautiful day, beautiful day. I said, all right, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, it's just coffee grounds.
No, that wasn't.
No, you Max Sally that you put in there.
No? Oh.
So, girls.
Y'all have a great day at school. Love ya.
I will. Love you. Love you, Dad. Love you, Papa.
Love you too. Quit turning the door handle.
Jesus.
Leave it.
What are you looking at, Guard Kitty?
Jim Howe, that's right. Next week they're coming out doing all the measuring and stuff for windows and whatever. So hopefully, by June or so, I'll have the windows and doors and everything put in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish cleaning out the garage today. Get the garage cleaned out. I took my, I got a rolling cart out there in the garage. I put the welders on the rolling cart, and then I put my chop saw on top of the rolling cart so you can take it wherever you want. I'll be busy all day. I can walk all the way around the garage almost to the other, almost to walk out the other garage door. Well, yeah, we're gonna have we're doing a flea market on the 17th, 18th, or 19th, or whatever, 16th, 17th, 18th of May, the third weekend of May. So I'm going to take a bunch of stuff there that I got in the shed and I got in the garage, and get rid of it. I take my mobility cart that I have, buy some batteries for that on Amazon. I get them ordered, put that together, and then I can, I'm going to take that up there and I'll probably use it but for a day or two and then sell it. But batteries is going to cost me $125 for 2 of them, so I'd like to at least get $250 out of the cart. Um, no, not really. Because the garage is a 2-car garage, but I have shelves or shelving units along every wall, starting from the garage door going to the end, except for where the door is to come in here. And then on the back side, I got shelving units along with freezers. And then I'm going around the corner, I have shelving units on the other wall, and then coming in the center, I have toolboxes. So, well, I've been cleaning on it for 2 days. So, and I think I'm going to do something different because I just thought about it. I got a big freezer. That's full. It's an upright. I think have bring the cart in, or the dolly, and strap it on, and take that and put it over next to the other stand-up freezer. Well, knock it off, Spirit. Kitty, kitty. Um, I would love to eventually be able to put a car in here. But I got to put new garage doors on it, new garage door openers, because the openers aren't working now, and now you got to lift them up by hand, and that's getting to be. One isn't bad. The other one, man, I can't lift it. Junior has to open it up for me, so I have to get me a clean with me video. There you go. I have to get a new garage door opener for it. Sprat, kitty, 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 kitty. I think I'm gonna have to beat her ass. What are you doing? She got the threshold rug in the middle of the dining room. You can't play with that. No, you can't play with that pumpkin. She had one of them plastic rings that go around the bottle underneath the cap. Scooting that across the floor. Huh. Garage kept, that's right. Well, make Tom go to the one that's furthest away. Yeah. We we used to have a we had a Ford Explorer at one time, and we used to park that in the garage. And on the other side of the garage was the smoking area. So you walked in out the door right here, then you walked over on the other side and had your cigarette. Because actually, when we first bought this place, because I smoked and Kathy smoked, and we didn't smoke in the house, so I built a room actually over there on the other side. It was probably, I don't know, 8 feet wide, 10 feet long, and 8 feet tall. And I built it out of 2x4s and 4-inch insulation, styrofoam insulation board. So it was an easy up. And I even had a roof on it. You walked in the door, there was lights in there, a couple of chairs, an ashtray, a table. So you get 3 or 4 people in there. There was a fan. You could blow the smoke out or whatever. I know you got a 3-car garage. Not really. Kevin's lying to you people. It's not really a 3-car garage. It's a 3-sister garage. Mm-hmm. Each one's got a bay now. Now, I'm just asking, Rennie. Now, I was backing out of the garage. Now, and the ice made my rear end slide, and I smashed the side mirror. Now, I'm just saying, you should have added a couple of words in there. It should have been over the winter, I was backing out of the garage in my car. I hit the ice in my rear end of the car, slid, and smashed my side mirror. The way it's writ there, I'm assuming you were backing out of the garage and your feet slipped and you smashed the side mirror. Just saying. You had to be there. Yeah. The harness. Well, when there's a circus in town, you could have got some from the elephants. Get. Was your in? Okay. Morning, Robert. Well, I was just reading it as it was wrote, so I'm sorry. Hmm. Glad to hear. That's right. I don't know if you guys were here. Well, the ones that were here last night heard me, but I give our daughter probably 20 dozen jars last night, so close to it. Oh, yeah, probably. I need a vacation too. I come up with a good vacation plan there, Robert. You call ICE and you tell them that you are an illegal alien from Greece or, Cancun, Mexico or whatever. And you'd like to self deport, but you haven't got the funds to leave the country. If they could help you out, hell, they'll fly you home for free. Vacation paid for. All you got to do is have your money for your hotel and stuff. And then when it comes time to, come back, call the State Department and say you were deported illegally because you're a citizen and you'd like a ride home. Oh, I wouldn't mind going to Greece or Spain. Ah, well, um, oops. All right. Poor Kevin, yeah. Yeah, get a Democrat to get me. Get a senator to come. I voted Democrat. You just sit right there and behave and be a good kid. Yeah, it's a good girl. You have to go in the kennel tonight. Kids are going to be here. I know, I know. Why can't they go in the kennel? That's what I said. Oh, poor Kevin. He was only timed out for 10 seconds. Never been there. Fly on our dime, that's right. Aw. Well, I can't pet you if you keep putting your foot up there to kick my arm away. Love you too, Dan, or Kevin. See you later. Oh, I bet they are. Who's that, the kitty kitty? Don't you do that. Aw.
I know. You don't go bring shit on me.
Yeah, pick you up on the way back from El Salvador. Yeah. Yeah. Your nana's here. Oh, there she is. See? Yeah. All right, you have yourself a good day there, Rennie. Take care. Oh, you going? All right. There must have been a squirrel outside this patio door yesterday because she took off running from one side to the other, back and forth, trying to chase a squirrel. So, anything new with anybody? Snowed yesterday? Did you get the wife out there to get it cleaned up? Now, are you in northern Idaho or southern Idaho? Can't afford nothing new? Or are you just Idaho? Central Mountains? Hmm. So you're centrally located. Are you going to go to the Dutton Ranch when you go to Yellowstone? I was watching, I watched the 1883 or whatever the hell that was, and then the 1923, and then I watched, Yellowstone. But I haven't watched the second season of 1923 because that they waited 2 years to bring out a second season. Well, not even that long if you speed up a little bit. If you do 98 to 100, you could be there in 2.5 hours or two. The second season, well, I remember the last episode on the first season. They were waiting for him to get home because he was going to straighten shit out. Yeah. Well, now you've ruined it for me. I finished watching yesterday People of a Person of Interest. That was a good series. It's an older one, but I've never seen it before, so I watched it. It was a good series. I'm waiting for the Lincoln Lawyer to come out with season 4 so I can watch that, but the way it looks, it ain't coming out with a season 4. Oh! I was going to try to Zoom it, but I don't know how to do Zoom. Um, I don't know how to get Zoom on the computer. I'm getting it on my phone, so I don't know. We'll find out here in a second, won't we? Hmm. Yay. Now it just give me the link to get to Zoom, and now I can't get the Zoom. Maybe now I can. I don't know. No, I was just gonna attend it by this. Okay. Probably. The hell. Christ, the meeting will be over by the time I get it signed in and get onto it. Technology. They probably did block me because I've been. No, I'm done. Piss on this. I'm not wasting my. I've already wasted 15 minutes trying to get this shit done. Oh well. I'm going tonight. There's one tonight. Hmm. Okay, what's going on with that now? You're probably right, Junkyard. They probably did block me. Bad enough he comes in person. We don't want him here on on Zoom. Oh, yeah, my reputation procedure. That's right. There's that asshole again. I'm not really. I think it's just because I have common sense. Common sense should dictate, what goes on in a meeting, not, you know, personal preferences. Ouch. So, I don't know, I'm about all talked out, people. What do you want to talk about? Got like 12 minutes left. Probably work out in the garage for 2 or 3 hours. Pretty much get that all squared away. And then, I don't know. I got some more stuff down in the garage or in the basement I want to throw away. So probably get that hauled out of there. And should actually go through all the Christmas decorations and the one we don't want. Get rid of them while we're at it. I bought all them, the majority of them Christmas decorations downstairs. I bought just because of the totes that they were in. You know, they were in totes, and you get $5 for a tote, and it's full of Christmas ornaments and stuff or decorations. The totes are worth $5, and that's the reason why most of the stuff I bought was for, you know, just for the totes. I got Christmas trees down there that are in the big totes. I bought one Christmas tree for $15, and it was in two of them big 40-gallon, or no, it's bigger than a 40, like an 80-gallon tote. They're like 4 foot long and 2 foot tall, the big ones. Save your energy for tonight. Yeah, I know. Power corrupts, you're right. I don't know. I'm trying to look up the city website. It gives you everything you want, but what you want. I hate doing this stuff on the phone anyways, but I'll have to end up doing it on the computer. So. They do, they complicate everything. I'm just trying to find out what the agenda is for tonight. And when you pop up on agenda, it shows a meeting from the 21st. Oh, wait a minute. No, there is no meeting tonight. Well, maybe there is, because no, it's the first and third Wednesday, Monday of every month. So, yeah, there's no meeting tonight. My bad. I had to ask yesterday if it was Saturday or Sunday because I couldn't remember. Ah. What you doing, Pumpkin? You getting yourself a snacky? Huh? Hmm. Yeah, it's Monday. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, don't start. I ain't got any eggs here. Ain't got no sausages.
Well, you see, first of all, you don't know how to use Zoom. You don't.
I don't know.
And
They
the
make it so damn
John
complicated.
Well, now, get him out of here. That's the one that runs his mouth too much.
Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, I seen that name before.
Well,
Goodbye.
he'll be here tonight.
Huh?
With bells on, running his suck.
No, it's not tonight. It's first one Monday and it's the third Monday of every month.
Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, there he is. Get rid of him. No, that's not how it works. They don't just block you coming in. You gotta know how you do it.
I don't know how to use it.
Now, I figured that. I did plenty of Zoom meetings with the school. They don't see you come in and block you. Although I would. If I see you come in, automatic. Oh, here we go with them.
Holy moly, a street sweeper.
Dust all over the place.
I know. I said, damn.
What?
You said, damn. I know, I catch hell like this all the time.
Well, I'm not kidding. I'm not. I wouldn't go down there with you. I would not.
When we both go down, you sit on one side of the hall, I sit on the other.
Absolutely not. I don't even want to get out of the car with you. Don't know you. What's your name? I'd use my maiden name.
Hey, I'm here with my wife over there.
You ain't having the opportunity to do that.
I know, she should go to me.
Mm-mm.
I'll get you fired up. I'll tell you, one of them council city members called you a bitch.
Uh-huh.
We had a guy I worked with. Our
Right.
boss was a dick. And he started arguing with the mechanic, and the mechanic said, "You know what? I'm gonna go tell Keith's wife that you called her a bitch and she's gonna come down here and take care of you. Okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. They canceled. I was working for the garbage company. I got hurt on company time working. So I had to go to physical therapy during the week. Well, when you work till 6 o'clock at night all the time, you can't make it to physical therapy. So I had to go during the day. Well, the dispatcher, I told her I had to go to physical therapy. She said, no, I'm canceling your appointment. You have to work today. I said, I have to go to physical therapy. Well, she canceled my appointment. I'll have you know who was at the office that very afternoon. Kathy. And she said, what's the big idea of you canceling his appointment? Well, she got up and left. And then the operations manager come in and said, anytime he has to, he's patting her on the back, anytime he has to go to the hospital or to go to the doctors or go, for physical therapy, he can go. I understand. That was the last day that girl worked. She quit her job right then.
So then it was the big joke. I'll just tell Keith's wife.
Yeah, just how she's quiet. Yeah, Kathy wouldn't come through the front door either. She'd come right through the side door of the garage and walk right through the garage, and people knew the shit was gonna hit the fan. Even Kathy's uncle worked there, and he knew shit was gonna hit the fan when she showed up. All right, everybody, it's time for me to go.
The city hopes that every time there's a meeting, I'll bet the city prays that you get laryngitis.
Yeah. Well, I haven't talked the last couple of times. Not at the podium. I got pissed the last time about the eater in. I said it to the city council members themselves. All right, everybody, y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care, prayers and peace, and we will see you Wednesday morning. Have a blessed one.
All right, you want to go outside?
Spad, honey.
I've got the garage door open. Come on.
Leave that poor cat alone. Take care, everybody.